Okay, everyone, here's the division video I told you I would make. I think a lot of you are starting to get it pretty well, but I'll make it anyway, just in case you need something to look at for some extra support. So this is going to be about, how to use the standard algorithm, when we take a division problem like this, and then we use this type of symbol. Now, I'm going to go ahead and make a place value chart just for extra help. But I do want you to be at a point. I want fourth graders this year to be at a point where they can use this without having to do this. That's our goal. All right. If you still need to use this, you use it. All right. Whatever helps you get the job done. But we'll see how this is not efficient, whereas just using this is very efficient. So this is our goal, to get to the point where we just use this. So let's make our dividend 78 in the place value chart. So we've got 7 tens. Try to make them nice and big here. And then we've got 8 ones. All right. So 7 tens, 8 ones, all being divided by 3. So now we're starting with the 7 tens right here, and we're trying to divide it by 3. That means we're going to make as many groups of 3 as we can. So let's count them out. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So how many groups of 3 can we make? There's one group, there's 2 groups. So we put that in our quotient up here. There's 2 groups. And now what we want to find out is what's left over. Well, we've got a group of 3 here and a group of 3 here. 2 groups of 3, or 2 times 3, that is 6. And the reason we're putting it down here is because we want to take that away to see what's left over. We want to take away these 6 to see what's left over. And you can already see what's left over, but we're going to subtract it, and we see what's left over. And again, we call that a remainder, right? So 7 divided by 3 is 2 with the remainder of 1. So I'll just put down here, we've got 2 groups of 3. But then we still have this remainder here. We need to be able to divide it. So we're going to take it to where we can divide it. We can't divide 1 by 2, so we got to regroup it so that we can divide it. So we take 110, and remember, place value tells us that 110 is the same as 10 ones. So let's regroup 110 into 10 ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we had 8 ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We've just added 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Altogether, that gives us 18 ones now. Now we've got 18. So we show that regrouping over here. Here's that 8 ones. We regroup it with the 110 that we have. And now we see those 18 ones here. We see them right here. And this is now what we're dividing. Every time we regroup and get this new number, this is the new number that we're going to divide. But and in this case, we're dividing by 3. So now let's divide 18 by 3. Let's make groups of 3 again. So 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And 1, 2, 3. Okay. So now let's see, how many groups of 3 did we make here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're able to make 6 groups of 3. And how much is 6 groups of 3? 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18. It's exactly 18, which tells us we can see there's no remainder here, but let's practice doing it over here too. Again, we take away everything that we've circled, we're subtracting it out, we're taking it away. And in this case, we've circled everything. So we take it all away and there's nothing left, meaning there is no remainder. Whoops, there is just 6 groups of 3. So we've got 2 tens, 6 ones, 26. So 78 divided by 3 is 26. And we've got no remainder, right? Okay. Hopefully you're seeing the connection between this and this. All right. Let's do another one. Let's do a 3-digit. Morning.
Staff will be locking the building down by 4 o'clock.
Okay.
So just let you know ahead.
We're locking right at 4.
Right.
All right.
So maybe about 5, 10 minutes if you're still here, be out.
Pack it up, get out. All right. Appreciate it. That was our custodian telling me we're closing at 4 today, so I got to be sure to be out of here at 4. So anyway, sorry about that. And let's do another one here. Let's do, let's see. Let's do 816 divided by, let's divide it by 5. All right. Now in this case, we got hundreds, tens, and ones. So let's set it up this way, standard algorithm, 816 divided by 5. We've got 800s, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 110, and 6 ones, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, so now we start in the hundreds this time. We make as many groups of 5 as we can. So let's count out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And that's it. We can't make any more groups of 5. There's not enough. So how many groups can we make? 1. And now we're going to take away the ones that we've grouped and see what's left over. You can see it, but let's do the subtraction. 1 group of 5 is 5. So when we take that away, we see there's 3 left. 1, 2, 3. And when we subtract, we see there's 3. Now, we've got those 3 left over. We've made 1 group of 5. We can't divide 3 by 5, so we got to regroup it. Here's where this, using the chart, becomes a problem, all right? And you'll see what I mean. So 1 group of 100 is 10 tens. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Another one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Another one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now you can see the problem here. Look at all this that we're doing. All these circles and everything. This can get really hard to keep track of. I don't know about you, but when I've done this, I've ended up making mistakes, got the wrong number of circles, So when you're making all these circles, it takes time, it's not efficient, it can be hard to keep organized. But anyway, let's go on. Now we're dividing it by 5, right? We're making groups of 5. So let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's another group. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. See what a mess. Okay, so there's our groups of 5. Let's see how many groups of 5 we can do. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Because we had 31. Oh, I skipped a step. I'm sorry. Ugh. I forgot to show the regrouping over here. Right? Sorry, everybody. We regrouped those 3 tens over there. So now they're with the 10s. So we need to show that over here, right? By bringing down the 10. I'm so sorry I forgot to do that. I don't want to mess you guys up. So now we've got 31 tens, and we've divided it by 5. We made groups of 5. And we can make 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 groups of 5. And 6 groups of 5, if you know your multiplication facts, that's 30. So we take away the 30 that we put in groups. What's left? Just 1. We see it there. Now, wouldn't it be easier if you just, sorry, all kinds of interruptions here. Wouldn't it be easier if you were just able to know that you regroup here without doing all this? Just remember, we regroup by bringing down the next digit and then use your number sense to know that this is being divided by 5 and there's 6 groups of 5 and 31. It doesn't get us exactly there, but that's as close as we can get. And 6 times 5 is 30, which leaves a remainder of 1. It's much better if we can just do it all over here without going through all this. Let's go ahead and, so we've got 6 groups of 5 there. Let's regroup this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we had 6 ones. We just added 10. Now we've got 16. So let's regroup. to show that we got 16. Again, we're bringing this down here to regroup to show what's going on here when we regroup. All right, so now we've got 16 divided by 5. So let's make groups of 5 over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And that's it. We can't make any more. We can make 1, 2, 3 groups of 5 and 3 groups of 5. 5, 10, 15 is 15. Let's take that away to see what the remainder is. And the remainder is 1, and we see it right there. So we could make 3 groups of 5 here. And now we have this remainder, and there's nothing left to regroup, so we're finished, and this becomes the remainder. So 816 divided by 5 is 163 with the remainder of 1. Okay? So hopefully this is sinking in here. Now what I want to do one more is I'm going to do one. Let's do a 4-digit divided by 1 digit. And this time I'm not going to make the chart. Not going to do it. All right. So let's do, I don't know. Let's do 9,620 divided by 4. How about that? All right. And I'm going to move this down a little bit. Let's put it here. So we got 9,620 divided by 4. And I'm not doing the chart now. Okay. So let's start here. We got a 9 in the thousands place. Let's divide that by 4. Let's think, how many groups of 4 are there in 9? There's all kinds of ways you can do that. You can skip count, 4, 8, that's it. That's as close as you can get. And then you can't do any more groups of 4, but you got to count by ones to get to 9. So 1, 2 groups of 4, and 2 groups of 4, and 2 groups of 4 is 8. And then there's 1 left, and 9 minus 8 is 1, so that leaves the remainder 1. Or you could have done this. I know that 2 times 4 is 8, so I know there's 2 groups of 4 I can make, and I have to add 1 more to get to 9, so that 1 more you got to add, that's your remainder. Now, if you can do all this stuff mentally, then don't bother writing it down. Do it mentally, okay? So let's take our next step. Well, we have 1. We can't divide that by 4, so we've got to regroup. And we're going to regroup it with the hundreds. So we take the hundreds and bring it down. And instead of 1,600s, we've just got 1,600s now. So let's divide that by 4. And from multiplication facts, I know that there are 4 groups of 4 and 16. And that 4 groups of 4 is exactly 16. So there's not going to be any remainder when I subtract it. So there's nothing to regroup really, but we still actually are going to regroup because we need to know what we divide next. All right, so we regroup our 10s now. So the 10s come down, we have 2. So now it's 2 divided by 4. Like, what, Mr. Jensen, you can't take 2 and make groups of 4 of that. You are right. So how many groups of 4 can we make with 2? None. No groups of 4. And how much is 0 groups of 4? Well, none. 0 groups of something is 0. So now when we subtract that, we see we have a remainder of 2. And then we have the 1s. So for the last time we regroup, we bring that 0 down here to regroup. And now we have 20 divided by 4. And I know from multiplication facts that there's exactly 5 groups of 4 in 20. 5 times 4 is 20. And when you subtract, this has no remainder. It works out perfectly. So 9,620 divided by 4 is 2,405. All right. Now this video is going to be available. Watch it. Rewatch it if you need to, just to remind yourselves of steps. I'll be putting out other ones because there's other challenges that we'll come across in division. But this video will be available, and I encourage you to use it. I don't know why I'm telling you that now because you haven't seen it yet. So, all right, here we go.